This week on the bench, I'm going to tie you up the Escenna Crystal Zonker. Now, if you're going to go to the Escenna River and you want the opportunity to catch every salmon species and steelhead, this pattern is a must. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we're going to use a Mustad C70 SD size 2, some 3/0 red thread to tie with, a 3/16 inch hot orange bead for the bead, some medium shrimp pink chenille for the body, and 2-toned rabbit strips, pink with purple tips. To start the fly off, take a little bit of your red thread and again build up a good base layer. It's pretty standard for all flies. You want a good base layer to lay your materials on, and take it right back to the rear of the hook. Take some rabbit strip, and I've taken a strip about 3 inches long because I want to make sure it extends far enough past the hook. I'm going to lay it on my hook and then split the rabbit at the rear of the hook where I'm going to tie it in, and take about 3 or 4 wraps right at the rear of the hook just to tie in that rabbit. Pull the rabbit back and wrap in front of it. Take a strand of your pink shrimp chenille, and we're just going to strip off a bit of the stuff on that just to expose the thread. Tie it into the back of the hook and get it right to the rear. Move your thread forward right to the eyelet, and then I like to take 2 wraps of the chenille because it is fairly thin. So just go over the body a couple times, make it a little thicker, and finish off near behind the bead near the eye of the hook. Now that we have the body tied in, we're going to pull this rabbit forward that we had sitting in the back, and just pull the material, the rabbit, out of the way until you can expose a bit of the base. Tie it down right near behind the bead, near the eye. Trim off any excess you have, and then whip finish and tie it in. To finish the fly off, just after you whip finish, cut off your thread, and now we're going to go back and trim it the right length. Again, you don't want this back tail, this back rabbit, too long. You want it about double the length of the hook, or even 1.5 times the length. So I'm going to go back about 1.5 lengths and snip it off. Because if you have it too long, you're going to get a lot of false strikes, and we don't want that. So there it is, the finished Escenna Crystal Zonker. You know, this fly can be tied in a variety of different sizes, and if you're going to the Escenna, this pattern is a definite must-have.